SuperTalkStudio.org. It is Friday here on Good Things. So we got Tanya in the house to talk about movies. And Rhino, now I'm catching on to what you're doing with the music each week. And so I'm trying to figure out what movie matches to what introduces Tanya. So what movie is this from?
This one is going to be a little while later in the fall, I believe. I could be wrong, though. I haven't kept up with it. But this is the song from the Black Adam trailer starring The Rock.
So maybe we do have a little bit longer with that. But, okay, so back to school. Parents are going to be looking for fun things to do on the weekends, all the things. What's going on?
Well, unfortunately, the new releases this weekend are not for the kids.
Okay, so maybe you need a break from back to school already. Yeah.
Of course, there's still a couple animated. It's out there, if you want to go catch up. But this weekend, one that I have not seen yet that I am really looking forward to seeing is called Easter Sunday. And this originally should have been released about the time of Easter.
It's a little late.
Yeah, but because of COVID and everything, it got delayed. But it's a story of a guy who goes home for Easter weekend to his dysfunctional family that argue and bicker and eat too much and drink too much and ultimately love each other very, very much. And he's kind of the peacemaker of the family. So it just looks like a fun, family dynamic kind of movie. Those are always interesting to see all the different personalities and...
Well, you're reminded that every family has one.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, every family has, that kind of stereotypical member.
You're right, exactly. So this is PG-13 for language and some suggestive references and that kind of thing. So definitely you don't want to take your kids to that one, but I think it'll be a fun one to check out. But the big one this weekend is Brad Pitt's new movie, Bullet Train. And this movie reminds me of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood meets Deadpool meets Ocean's 11. It's just kind of all of that wrapped up into a fast-moving train. But Brad stars as a guy his nickname is Ladybug, and he is an assassin. And he has had, some really tricky jobs, and he has had a little time off and decides moving forward he wants for his jobs to be a little less stressful and easygoing. So last minute, he takes this job where he has got to intercept a briefcase on a bullet train that's going from Tokyo to Kyoto. But... he's not the only one on the train wanting the briefcase. So it's lots of action. Brad plays that same kind of character we saw in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's just kind of funny, laid back. But he is very much a part of the action sequences and does a great job. But lots of blood, lots of gore.
That's the Deadpool part.
Yeah. It's no hiding anything. A couple of adult scenes. So definitely I would never let my kids watch this one, but it is rated R, mostly for the blood, gore, violence. So you have to be in that kind of a mood.
Is there a love story tangled in there?
It's not really.
Oh, not with Brad?
Yeah. But but it's fun, It's good to see him, and Sandra Bullock's in it, and Joey King, who is kind of an it girl in Hollywood right now, with the young girls.
On a Netflix or streaming?
Yeah, she's on the kissing booth. Yes. I believe that's her.
I thought that I was like, she's been in something else just here recently, but I threw you under the train with that one. I use it that way.
But so that's what we've got new in theaters this weekend.
Is there anything to look forward to?
The pickings is kind of slim right now. August is really slow, and I guess there are new releases every weekend, but they're all kind of horror genre. Like next weekend, we've got a couple. Barbarian and Bodies, and they're both kind of centered around a horror theme. We do have Mac and Rita coming up a little bit. Well, on the 12th. That's next weekend. Gosh,
August is almost halfway over.
I know. And that one actually looks kind of cute. It's got Diane Keaton. It's kind of a new take on, not Freaky Friday, but that same premise where people switch bodies kind of thing. And so that kind of looks fun. Diane Keaton's always good in everything she does. And then Beast is coming up the next weekend. And normally that's not my kind of a movie. It's about I forgot what the creature is. I've seen the previews, but it's got Idris Elba in it. That's really all you need to know. And then Dragon Ball Superhero is coming out August 19th. That's an animated movie for everybody that likes the Dragon Ball Z genre.
My husband took my daughter to see Pitt.
DC Super Pets.
Yes, DC Super Pets is the animated movie, and she loved it, and he was just being kind by taking her. So, I mean, if you've got young kids. But he sent me a snapshot of a trailer for, I guess, The Hunger Games is coming out with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh,
so I don't know. I don't know when it is, but if you're a Hunger Games fan, which I feel like how can you not be?
Yeah.
So they kind of see that it may be in theaters worldwide November 17th. So that will be a late fall of 2023. Never mind, we got a year. We got a moment. Next Thanksgiving. But just the fact that it's, already kind of being teased, it makes you. I never read the books, but I usually don't. So I'm excited to see. I don't know where the story goes.
It's a prequel involving how President Snow came to power.
Interesting.
I would probably make the movies to see that. Jeff in Oxford wants to know if you ever saw Nope.
No, I still have not seen it. No, I haven't seen it. But I'm going to.
I feel like we should go together and hold each other's hand. Because I don't know if I would make it through it without having someone with moral support. I did catch The Gray Man over the weekend, maybe, and it's great on Netflix. Have you not seen it yet?
I have not.
Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It was everything you want it to be and family friendly. So there isn't any bad. I mean, it's got the killing and the fighting that you're kind of used to with that kind of with a hitman, but there was no bad language. There was no love scenes that would make you shy away from your kid watching it. So as long as you don't mind your kid seeing fighting and all that kind of stuff, it's fine. But it's got a good heartwarming kind of thread through it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I would recommend that one for sure.
Yeah, I've got a lot of catching up to do. This back to school time is kind of busy, so I've got to get caught up.
Aaron and Meridian, Prey on Hulu comes out today, and it's the prequel to Predator. So, I mean, that should be... Rhino's over there shaking his head for that one.
Yeah, it's a telling of the Predator. Remember the Predator movie where it was Predator versus Schwarzenegger and his team of commandos, and then Predator 2, it was the Predator versus Danny Glover and the police. This is a prequel going back to when the Predators first came to Earth, and it's their first hunt. So it's the Predators versus, I believe, Native Americans.
Is the Predator the ones that come through their chest?
That's aliens.
Oh, that's aliens.
Predators are the ones that have the crab-looking face and they go invisible.
I'm sure it's...
Got the laser cannon on its shoulder.
I'm sure if I saw it, then I would go, yes, I know what you're talking about. That's going to be one that I probably didn't watch until later in life, and it came on TBS or TNT, and then didn't catch it like in the theater. Go back to traumatized, can't do it. I would squeal like a little girl on that one for sure. Is there any big one other than now November 2023?
Yeah.
We get to talk about that for a year and a half that you're looking forward to?
Probably the next Mission Impossible. It'll be out later this year. I think it might be November, maybe December, but I'm really excited about that one.
That'd be crazy to think that in the same calendar year he could have two major kind of blockbusters.
Yeah, and it looks like other studios are starting to reboot some old classics, maybe to see if they can do that again. But the latest is Roadhouse, the Patrick Swayze movie. They're going to redo it with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't know how I feel about that. But I was a Patrick Swayze. Like, that was I had posters.
Yeah.
He was my guy. So, but I mean, if you got the right person, I think, it might, or if it's done, not trying to be him, but just like him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a new character, but yeah, you can't beat Patrick Swayze.
No, you can't. Well, all righty. Well, thank you for your time, Tanya, and giving us all the good information.
You're welcome.
All right, stick with us. We got more for